Old Spyderman here, and welcome. Now, I know you're supposed to say welcome to the channel, but at this point it's one video, so who knows whether it'll really be a channel or not. But in any case, welcome. So, who am I and what am I doing here? Well, a couple years ago when I first bought my Spyder, I got to riding it around after a couple of years before that of riding around on a Riker. And I decided, you know what, there's no more beautiful place than where I live to be out riding. And I just thought it might be a neat idea to put some of this together so that everybody could enjoy it as much as I do. So where am I? Well, I'm out here in far southwest Virginia. Now that's not southwest Virginia, that's southwest Virginia, but that's all right, we'll figure it out. So who am I and what are we going to do here? Well, I'm a over 60-year-old guy, never rode a motorcycle before in my life till about 5 years ago, and I just kind of fell in love with what Can-Am had done here. I thought, you know, I get out here, I get the wind in my hair and the bugs in my teeth, and it's got 3 wheels, so I can't fall off. So what could go wrong? So anyway, I tried to put this camera on my bike and just to see what would happen, and won't take you very long to figure out that I don't really know what I'm doing. But being over 60, they always tell you that if you really want to age well, you should try to master some new things, because if you master new things, then you probably won't end up in a nursing home drooling all over yourself. You can just stay at home and drool all over yourself. So I'm going to try and figure out how to make a YouTube channel. I already figured out how to ride this bike, and I have to admit it's one of my favorite things in the world. Now, I like playing golf, and unfortunately it's really hard to carry golf clubs on my Spyder, but I may try and make it work at some point. So where am I? I'm out here in Virginia. You can see on the video here that I'm out here in middle October 2025, and it's just gorgeous here. Mountains in the off the side, and the trees are starting to turn, and I thought I'd do this little ride. It's one of my favorite rides. It's about 35 miles from my house, and it has just about everything that Virginia has to offer as far as I can tell. It's got mountains, it's got narrow roads, it's got rivers, and it's even got a highway. Now, I'm not going to show you a video of me going down the highway. You all know what that looks like. Just, hey, that little building there off to the left that just went by, it actually wasn't little, it's big new building. I'm right here, I'm riding along the New River. It's a river that flows basically from south to north. It comes out of North Carolina up here through Virginia and on into West Virginia. If you're into whitewater rafting or anything like that, then you've probably heard of the New River. Now, that's up in West Virginia, not where we're at. But in any case, that building there is brand new. This whole area here, a little over a year ago, when Hurricane Helene went through down in North Carolina, the New River flooded, and so all of those houses and buildings along in here were pretty much underwater, and so that's one that they're putting up, and I think they put it up on stilts so it doesn't get flooded out again. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on here. So you can see that river there along the left, and railroad tracks along the right. Amazing how those two things often seem to go together. But in any case here, it's this is a pretty ride, and so what am I going to do here on the channel as we get going? Well, at some point I'll show you my bike. It's a 2021 Spyder F3 Dark Series. I bought it used from a guy up in Michigan about 2.5 years ago. Got about 12,000 miles on it, so it's coming up for that dreaded drive belt replacement. I'll probably take it in this spring and have that done, but I'll at some point here on the video I'll probably show you the bike and some of the things I've done to it, and some of the things I like that I've done to it, and a couple of things that I actually don't like that I've done to it, but we'll take a look at it. You know, the fact is, there's probably a lot of other people out here on YouTube that know a whole lot more about riding these things than I do. I figured if maybe I can show you some nice scenery, and for somebody that's maybe new or interested in this, that we can maybe take some adventures together, and maybe I can show you some of the things that I've learned. I'm not an expert, but some of the things that I've learned, and maybe keep you from making some of the same mistakes I did. So we'll take a look at some of that. Might show you some of the places that I like to ride. I actually did a ride about 3 weeks ago. Went down to the back of the Dragon, and most of you have probably heard about the tail of the Dragon down in Tennessee. Well, we've got our own version of that here in Virginia called the back of the Dragon. It's about a 30-mile road between Tazewell and Marion, and it's climbs the mountains, lots of twists and turns. And anyway, I was down there. I try to go down there at least once a year, and of course I didn't have the camera on the bike, and I was climbing a hill on the way back home, and all of a sudden a big black bear came running across the road right in front of me, face planted right up the side of the hill. And I thought, well, if there was any reason to ever have a camera on the bike, that was it. But unfortunately, I missed it. So anyway, maybe that won't happen again. One of the things we'll probably figure out together is that as little as I know about riding this bike, I probably know less about doing a YouTube video. So we'll figure that out together. I had some great shots that I was going to put into this video. I mean, they were beautiful, almost perfect. It probably could have made a feature-length Hollywood film. But unfortunately, the camera that I mounted to my helmet, I had it mounted too low, and so really all I saw was the instrument panel on the Spyder. And you can only look at that for so long before you realize that you've already seen it. There's no point in doing it some more. So anyway, I'll figure out how to mount that camera, and we'll go from there. So you can see we've kind of climbed away from the river here and started up some of these mountains. That mountain there in the background, we'll do a video. I'll go out there and kind of show you what's up there. Some of you old folks might remember some of it when we get up there, but anyway, we'll do that. We'll talk about some of the equipment, and hopefully just have some fun doing this. It'll be fun for me. It may not be fun for you, but you know, if it isn't, you can just turn it off. That's one of the things you get to do. And you know, I know there's people that are doing this because they want to make money on the channel, and that's not really what I need. I mean, if you want to send money, that's fine. You can send me a message and we'll figure out how to take it. I don't want to take that away from any of you, but I'm really doing this just for fun, just trying to figure it out. So anyway, I'm glad you joined me here, and we'll put some more of these together. I hope you come back. I hope you'll like the channel. I know I'm supposed to say I want you to like and subscribe or whatever that stuff is, but I don't really need that. That's okay. Anyway, Ol Spyderman here, signing off. We'll see you next time.